guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Okay, so I saw earlier that Maddie's mom and Ashlyn's mom did a little interview together over on the Today Show. I didn't really watch all of it until I decided to record myself reacting to it. But as I was watching it, there really wasn't too much for me to actually give commentary on until the last maybe like 3 minutes of the interview, maybe even less than that, because a lot of this was really more about like going down memory lane and talking about the Kindness Foundation itself. Now, honestly, I don't really quite understand how a news reporter can sit there and ask a mother of a child who's no longer alive what it's like to talk to your dead kid. Like, I mean, she didn't phrase it like that, obviously, but it's just strange. Like, how are you going to ask that question? What is it like talking to her? I know that even though she's gone, you still talk to her. What is that like? Like, why do you need to? And somebody should write better questions. But the link for that interview, if you haven't seen it over on Today's Show's YouTube channel, the link for that will be down in the description box. I'm going to go ahead and play my little reactionary portion here, and then I'll be right back.
We've been reporting on this upcoming trial, and I feel like every time we talk about it, we say it's happening later, it's happening later. It's been 2 years. I think the trial's still another 8 months away. Mm-hmm. What do you think about all this time that has passed from the time of the crime to the fact that we have not been to trial yet?
I don't have a lot of comments on that. I would say that I feel like the legal system is not about the victims. And I'll leave it at that.
It's not.
Yeah. It's such...
As much as I don't really think they've got the right guy here, that statement rings truest of true. Truest of true.
A difficult road for all of the families, and all of the families grieve differently, of course. Kaylee and Madison had such a special relationship in particular.
Yes,
she was almost, they were like...
That made her uncomfortable. Watch. Okay. So I started this where I started this because a lot of it was more emotional, more about the foundation stuff. And you guys go watch it. Like, I don't have nothing. I have no issues with anything that anybody said at all. I just only put this part in this video because this is where they finally started talking about what actually happened. Everything else has been very emotional, just memory lane type stuff. And I was kind of just sitting there and not having anything to say. And I can't just like basically sit in the corner and let somebody else's content run because I will lose my channel doing that crap. So I decided this is the only part that's really going to be being reacted to. But again, like always, the description box will have the link to this video if you guys hadn't seen it already. But this woman over here is Ashlyn Couch's mother. Now, we did a video about a year or so ago. It might have been a little bit longer than that, but it was whenever Ashlyn Couch came out and did an interview, and it was basically just about the foundation, the Kindness Foundation. It didn't really have anything at all to do with the case. Now, there's been a couple discrepancies on Ashlyn Couch's like residency situation when it comes to 1122 King Road. Now, in the very beginning, we were kind of told that she was the sixth roommate, but then as time went on, we realized through her coming out and doing her own interviews that one of the girls, I want to say it was Xana. That could be wrong. I don't believe it was Kaylee, but it was one of them. Either Xana or Kaylee took over Ashlyn Couch's lease. I went looking so I could validate, and it was Xana, and it happened in May of 2022. But look what happens whenever I try to click on MSN's link for this exact story. Because look, it says right here, Xana took over the lease in May of 2022, but look what happens. Story not available. Why would they have gotten rid of the story? The one from KXLY loads just fine. What about this one? See, is this the same thing? Ex-roommate shares final text. Former roommate for Idaho. Former roommate for Idaho. Will this one load? Well, that one loads. Why doesn't this one load? That's weird. And how I'm understanding that happens, because I've never done anything like that, but how I understand that happens is that you are basically making sure that somebody is taking your place in the lease so that your landlord and you are both like in benefit here, because then the landlord doesn't have X amount of months left on a lease that's not covered, and they have to like scramble to get somebody in there to end up like making up for the money that they're now losing. But then again, on you, it can cause issues on your rental history. It can end up where you end up with this like balloon payment because you've got to pay for the additional months on the lease. So it would make more sense that that was done legally, to where the person who took over Ashlyn Couch's lease, that person's name was in Ashlyn Couch's lease's, position. Like it would have replaced Ashlyn's lease. So I don't know why that was such like a big thing in the beginning, because the way that we're understanding it is that she was not only not there the night of the murders, but she hadn't been living there for a while either, Ashlyn. And I don't really think that Ashlyn and Kaylee were really too close, honestly. If they both had Maddie as a best friend, the way that girls normally are, it probably means that Ashlyn and Kaylee probably didn't like each other very much. I don't know for sure. I just know that there's a lot of territorial things out there, which is why another reason I don't really like people in general, relationship-wise or friendship-wise. It's just really not for me. But Ashlyn's mom, in portions of this interview, has been mentioning how Maddie and Ashlyn were best friends. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rewind this clip so you can watch her body language when it gets brought up now about how Kaylee and Maddie grew up together and were like sisters and were best friends. She makes this face and she wiggles her body like she's just, it's odd. Just let's just watch that again.
Kaylee and Madison had such a special relationship in particular.
Yes, they did.
She was almost, they were like sisters.
Yes, they were.
So, I mean, you're suffering that loss as well. Yeah. You're missing.
Like, I think that she understands that Kaylee will probably have always been like the first, because that's probably how it was. But you can definitely see that she's uncomfortable when it comes to talking about how close Kaylee and Maddie were whenever she's the one sitting next to Maddie's mom. Not Kaylee's mom. Not Christy. Yeah, they went to some sort of thing where there was a whole bunch of drama after the fact. I haven't decided, honestly, if we're going to discuss further Olivia's arrest or not. I'm doing some of my own research into that. I don't really like what I'm seeing so far. We might not. I don't know. But I don't see Christy out here doing this kind of stuff. Like, it's not like Kaylee's mom and Maddie's mom are now doing this together for the both of the besties. So, I mean, I kind of get where maybe Ashlyn's mom might feel a little bit uncomfortable, or maybe it just like bothers her a little bit because she's the one there. I'm not trying to like whatever. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing, and this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion on the body language that I'm seeing as a completely unprofessional body language person. Okay, I'm just talking.
Kaylee, you're missing Maddie. Have you guys been able to support each other?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Christy and Steve are amazing. And healing together is such a huge thing because both families had just this like immediate loss of the girls. And yes, they have been very, very supportive. And I just absolutely love them.
Well,
I bet you do.
We absolutely love you. We're so happy.
See, that's this right here. This is like the first time I've seen them together. I mean, it's good that they're supporting each other if they actually are supporting each other and not just taking a photo op, whatever. But this is the first time that I've seen the two best friends' moms really together throughout all of this.
Came on and you spoke to us about her beautiful spirit, Maddie's spirit, and this incredible foundation that you guys have established. So thank you for coming and sharing with us. It means a lot. So thank you.
Absolutely.
It's crazy how much she looks like Maddie. Like, Maddie is literally a photocopy, which is also crazy because Maddie looks so much like Ben, but damn, she looks a lot like her mama. But that's all there really was when it came to the case, just really like her thoughts on how long it's taking. And as you guys saw, her statement couldn't be any more true. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. See y'all. Please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already.